This one I actually learned far too late in my chess career. I should have learned this one sooner. But let me set this up for you guys. So this is a good one to know. Y'all have probably seen something similar to this. I don't know, something like this is fine. Okay, so let's say it's white to move. Yeah, Casper, tell me if this is the one. But this is like a very important one to know. White to move, and white can win here. Okay, Casper, yeah, feel free to send it on Discord. Or send the FEM, we can plug it in. Anybody know what to do here? Nisu says push the middle pawn. This one. Anyone agree, disagree? So like at first glance, without calculating, it looks like this is a draw. But it's not. Yeah, Nisu's right. It's push the middle pawn. Let me show you why. So let's say instead I do this. Let's say I push my F pawn. What would black do here? And let's bring the king a little bit closer, actually. Let's bring him here. What would black do here to draw? Oh, Casper doesn't know this one. Great. Okay, so this is a really important and informative endgame. So let's say I'm instead of making the right move, which is g6, let's say I play. Oh crap. Let's say I play f6. Nisu says push as well. Yeah, so black can just play this. Black can just play g6, and there's no way white can break through, right? Right, because if I take, then black takes. And this is probably a win for black because the king's closer. And if white pushes, it's the same thing, right? And it's the same story if I push this pawn. Right, because black can just push. And obviously, so Casper was saying maybe bring in the king. The problem is black's going to get to these pawns much sooner. Right? So the move... And it seems kind of intuitive, g6, right? But here's where it gets really crazy, right? So obviously, black has to take, right? Black can't push, right? If I push this pawn, then I'm going to take here and promote to a queen. And I can't take this way because it's the same... no, sorry, I can't push this way because it's the same thing, right? I just take here. Right? So I have to take. Right? So let's say black takes this way. Here's the question. What's the follow-up move? How does white win here? The left pawn? What about it? Do I take or do I push? Yeah, Nisu, so you push the pawn. Nisu's right. Yeah. f6. Here's the idea. If black doesn't take back, then you take and you promote. If black does take back, you're going to promote. All right? And... if black takes the other way, when you push, if black takes this way, it's the same idea, you just push the other pawn. You push your h-pawn. And it's the same thing, right? If black doesn't take, then white's gonna take and get a queen, and if black does take, then you just push this pawn, and it doesn't matter that black is up 2 pawns, you're gonna be up a queen. So it's pretty cool. Very good one to know, guys. Very important. So it's when you have these kind of... when your pawns are more advanced than black's pawns, and your kings are kind of out of the game, this is kind of like a way to force force a breakthrough by sacrificing a pawn. Pretty cool.